People, when they go to church, when they go to the mass, and I don't say to criticize, but it is so sometimes, or most of the times, they repeat sentences in a mechanically constructed way without reflecting, without knowing what they are saying. But it's all written. For example, in the Acts of the Apostles, it speaks of Jesus who, as he went away, so he rose to heaven in flesh and blood, the same way he will come back, so he will come back physically, in flesh and blood. It's very clear. I know that you have touched him. We spoke at phone about it. You had an experience. You had physically touched him as if you were touching me in my arm right now. If you'd like to tell me about this episode. We played together as children. I saw the Heavenly Mother at the stoves. She was wearing a fairly long dress and the little Jesus walking around and having fun. I said, Jesus, I'm too little like you. Why don't you let me play? He gave me his hand, and with the other one, we pulled the dress of the Heavenly Mother. We had a bit of fun this way. At a certain point, he gets up and becomes adult Jesus, handsome. He puts his arm around my shoulder and pushes me in front. Then I see that there was a door. Until that, I did not see that. He physically pushed you. Yes, with the arm. This door opens, and I became ecstatic. I say, Jesus, what's that? A view that I've never seen. It's not a thing of the world. And he told me, well, you have to go there and there. Jesus, but going and doing what? I do not know anything. I don't know anyone. And then he laughed and said, but now I'm not your husband? Ah, yes, if it's so that it's okay. Let's go there. Absolutely, it's fantastic. There is another aspect also on your messages that made me understand that you are an absolutely sincere person. In your message, it speaks of the fact that there is life in the universe, and it's a very discredited topic. In fact, especially the Christians very often come out with a repeated mechanical phrase. They say life in the universe equal to the work of Satan. And this aspect has really made me understand further that you do not invent messages to please the others. You don't have any personal interest. And I will immediately read a couple of them. 2012. The whole universe obeys his will. The whole universe. In fact, in 1 Peter 3, it is written that the angels live to the right of the Father, therefore in the kingdom of God. And in Psalms 103, it is written that the kingdom of God embraces the entire universe, and the angels are the powerful executors of his commands. So everything matches with this message. Do invoke at loud voice the return of my Son among you. And in his infinite love, the whole universe will kneel to his infinite majesty, to return to the purity of the beginning of the times. In fact, it's clearly written that Jesus will return with the angels of heaven. 2012. My children are drifting farther and farther away from the grace of God. Be attentive. They are like robots guided by other robots. The heaven for them is only a distant cosmos, far away and immense, but empty. Our presence does not interest them at all. Well, this is a warning message, obviously. Actually, because we should all know the truth on this topic. There is life in the universe. In Psalm 23, it is spoken about inhabitants of the universe. In the book of Father Pio, titled This Way Father Pio Spoke, himself he said that in other planets of the universe there is life. There are beings who are even more evolved than us. So it just makes us think about the angels. But this aspect is very well known by the Church. I give an example. Pope John XXIII, with his secretary Loris Capovilla, on an ordinary day, he was walking in the gardens of Gandolfo Castle, and all of a sudden They saw a spaceship, I call it a celestial vehicle, in the sky. The spaceship has lowered right next to them, and from this ship a man came out who emanated light. In fact, in the scriptures it is spoken about these angels who are men who emanate light. They are carriers of light. The Pope went towards this man. They spoke about 20 minutes. The secretary Loris Capovilla wrote this whole episode, and the article was also reported in the English magazine The Sun. Therefore, everyone should be aware of this. In the message of 2001, do not be afraid anymore when you look at the sky. Think of us. We are in the sky. You cannot be afraid of us. Just think of us. All the fears will vanish. Every time you will look at the sky, look at it with the eyes of faith. You will not be afraid anymore. I promise you, children. Look at the sky, look at it again, and you will see wonderful things. Look at it again. Don't be afraid. I bless you, my children, from that sky that a short ago was making you scared. Other signs will come, but you cannot do this way. Therefore, I'm asking you, do you remember these signs that you saw in the sky that evening that you received the message? That evening, I saw in the sky so many signs from many parts, because both in Medjugorje and in other places where the Heavenly Mother appears, I often see signs in the sky, lights and, how to say, maybe you can say that that's a cloud. No, it's not a cloud, it's an angel, so it's so clear. Or the face of Christ, or the one of Heavenly Mother. They always appear to us when we go to these places. Yes, some clouds may be with the shape of Jesus Christ. Yes, of angels, awesome. Maybe you have seen lights or stars that were moving. Certainly. But the sky becomes a visible thing. Sure, fantastic. It's fantastic. Therefore, I always say I'm no longer afraid, even of death. That is life. That is the beautiful life. Exactly. In addition to these signs you saw in the sky, did you have personally other signs that have connected you to Jesus and to the Heavenly Mother? I had so many signs. It's not that she gave me those signs alone. There was always other people who experienced them with me. Just for example, this happened in Medjugorje, that the Heavenly Mother asked me for a rosary. I had the rosary given to me by a priest, and I said, "My beloved Heavenly Mother, but I cannot give it to you." And she said, "But if you give it to me, that rosary, I bless all your group." Well, so I cannot say no. So I took off the rosary, I hold this way, I put it towards the Heavenly Mother, and the rosary stay actually like this, as if I had put there specifically in that position. And this one sign, and this is another. Is this a sign that also other people have seen? Yes, there were other people around me. This is the rosary that is actually a memory of a wedding favor. Instead of the confetti, they gave us the rosary. Then, I know well the friend of one of the visionaries, a sister, she was getting married with an Italian man, so they invited us to the wedding. We went there, and at the end of the ceremony, which has been very beautiful, as you can imagine, so they say, "Now I'm gonna give you the confetti." Well, we opened them, and there was these rosaries, and I said, "How beautiful they are. See, from one side there is her, and the other side there is Jesus." I said, "Well, this rosary I will lock in a safe place. I will not pick it up anymore." And so I did. This friend was coming from Medjugorje, so I said to myself, well, I have to take the rosary at least to let her see that I'm using it. So I took the rosary, I put this way, And I went to this friend. At a certain point, the Heavenly Mother tells me, this rosary, you have to put it around your neck and don't take it off anymore. I gave it to you to pray with this rosary and not to keep it there. So you put it around your neck and don't take it off anymore. This is a testimony that you owe to me. At that point, I took it, I wore it, and not only I do keep it during the day, but I also sleep with that in the night. I never took it off, this rosary. And did you have any signs on your body, any sufferings? Well, those many, as the Heavenly Mother, when she appeared for the very first time, she told me, from you I ask only sufferings. All that will happen to you, and actually so many things happen. I went to hospital maybe 20, 30 times, I don't remember anymore. And therefore I need your sufferings. And that's why she came to me. Not because I'm more beautiful than others or because I'm better than others. No, no. Because maybe she understood that myself I can bear the sufferings. In her name I endure them well. Did you have any suffering attributable to the Passion of Christ also? Well, actually attributable really not, even similar? Similar, yes. Do you remember any episode? When she told me, look, it was Lent. You and me, we shall remain for 40 days hugging each other, waiting for Easter. And I said, awesome, beautiful, why not? A priest used to come to my house who was claiming, bring me to the house of Valeria, because in that place there is a simple prayer. This priest dies, and a friend of mine come and say, Valeria, let's go at least to the funeral. Of course, let's go there. She goes down the stairs in front of me. I go behind her. When she's about to open the door, she hears me falling down the stairs. I hit the head, arms, legs, everything. And she said, I turned around and saw that someone gave you a push, but there was no one left. Never mind. We go to the funeral of this priest. It comes another friend who is a nurse and tells me, Valeria, how pale you are. And my friend says, certainly. She fell from all the stairs. She said, no, let's stop everything. Let's go. I take you to the emergency room. They take me to the emergency room of Casilino Hospital. And the doctor tells me, you were very lucky. Then we must not intervene. Now we cast your arm. Be patient. It will be around 40 days and you will stay with your arm like this. Then I understood her embrace. For a whole Lent, we were hugged, day and night. Precisely 40 days. Yes, precisely 40 days.